Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions about pop ballad music videos to see how that will help me develop my ideas for mine. My first question is, my song is Chemtrails Over the Country Club by Lana Del Rey. And do you have any what images or storyline comes to your mind when you imagine that song?
I know in your crime drama you had quite like an old car that your character was driving. I think that could quite fit the theme of it being quite old. That's quite a nice imagery.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. What are kind of the main themes of the song for those who are unfamiliar?
I think it's quite nostalgic song. It's got a lot to do with family and things.
Okay.
Fitting for the vehicle, vintage vehicle.
Yes.
I was say very old-fashioned.
Yeah.
It has quite a country twang, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Certain quality to it.
A certain quality to it. Like it's kind of like the old-fashioned country love that you see on movies.
It's like idealised and kind of dreamy.
Yeah. There's some images that you could directly pick from the song, like chemtrails, because where we live, there's quite a few of those.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, I hadn't thought about that. What is your favourite? Do you have any favourite music videos, and what are they and why?
I do, but my favourite music video, the reason I love it is because it's so uplifting. So I think that's obviously hard to get across in a pop ballad, but I think what for me resonates with a music video the most is when I feel I have a deep emotional connection with it. Whether it's because it's essentially because I affiliate with it a lot. And so I think with a pop ballad, making sure that the kind of themes of what you're trying to put across and the emotions are really kind of evident and really expressed to the audience is what makes it, for me, kind of enjoyable to watch and kind of a favourite of mine.
Yeah.
The ones that
It's important to think about what you want your audience to gain from it.
Yeah.
And then let your creativity soar.
Yeah.
Lovely words. What's my next question? Oh, is there anything that you hate in music videos?
Cliches.
Yeah.
When it's monotonous and boring, when you're seeing the same clips over and over again, and you get to the third chorus and it's like the same images of a couple holding hands that were in the first chorus. I think there's nothing wrong with being cliched as long as you're aware of it and you do it with kind of like a style and a taste that makes it unique to you and makes it original despite having the stereotypes.
Yeah.
I think there's just making it constantly engaging for your audience so that it doesn't become monotonous.
I also think when you see something that just wouldn't fit the vibe you're trying to create. Like if you were to have a rock performance during the song, it just wouldn't really feel like it's fitting. So I think that's quite hard to watch.
And do you think that having the artist performing in it helps with this kind of music video?
I think it can. It depends on whether or not you're trying to do a narrative performance music video or a little bit of both. Because I think finding that balance can be quite difficult because it can sometimes take you, if you're doing a narrative and performance music video, sometimes when you switch from the narrative to performance it can kind of take people out of the story. And it can mess up the music video. I think trying to find that balance is really important. But it can actually really help the storyline. It can help convey emotions and stuff
especially if if I was to put in the artist, if I did a narrative, I'd have the artist as part of the narrative.
That would help.
Okay, perfect. My last question is, what locations do you think would be good for this kind of song?
You could definitely mess around with the idea of having a bit of a chaotic area, but focusing the camera movements on just the two people involved, because it can highlight, their love for each other, how they really care for each other, which also steps away from the cliches of being super isolated and together at all times, because life's not like that.
I think that's because I was going to say about isolation and how for me I often perceive when it's the location mirrors the emotions that are being felt. So when it's often pop ballad about heartbreak, it is often quite isolated and often quite rural and with nature, whether that's at a beach or a field, it feels very rooted in nature. So that could be a very nice idea of subverting the cliches while still keeping a core kind of idea. That's really nice.
I think given our geographical situation, I think having the the beach in hand's reach. I think you should definitely capitalise on that. Western. I think that's very good sort of location for filming all sorts of different themes of music videos. So I think
you could also get the pier in it, which could be quite nice for the lighting.
Yeah, you can get the old pier.
Old love, new love. The old what I know what once was. Nostalgia.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, you can have that.
I like this.
Thank you.
You can have that for free.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys.